time to feed the trolls, Season 3. Hello, this is Cute Fuzzy Weasel, and it's time once again to feed the trolls. And you could argue that this is the first feeding the trolls since Ted Nugent, seeing as how this is an actual episode and not me complaining that, say, a troll outed himself or doing the whole bait and switch, although I really don't regret that. Oh, this week it's a full-on episode, and we're gonna do someone who I have been looking forward to doing again for about, I don't know, a year and a half now. Good old Caiden Cowger. He's the Caidenest He's Cowgerific. And it's actually kind of fitting too, because the video we're gonna do is technically, if you want to call it this, a sequel to the video that we did previously. So I guess really the episode should open up with one of these. Previously on Feeding the Trolls, Caiden Cowger said Obama was turning kids gay with a mind-controlling laser being beamed out from Europe. And so continues the Cowger saga. Part 2. More Cowgerism. So let's go ahead and get this episode started. This is Caiden Cowger's video, Liberals Are Making Kids Gay.
I don't think that many people realize this.
No, I'm pretty sure people know you're in the closet.
But I am still receiving video responses, and messages about my first video, Obama is Making Kids Gay, that went viral.
I really don't doubt it. Things that are incredibly stupid tend to have a long lifespan on the internet.
Now, quite truthfully, I get tired of receiving messages about that.
Get used to it, asshole.
I mean, I'm 15 years old. I said that when I was 13.
Oh, hold on. You didn't say you were just 13 back then. God, and you're like 15 now? That's a fucking 2-year difference. Hell, jeez. I don't even know why we keep bringing it up. This thing is so far away in the past, what with it coming out in 2012, and you've clearly matured a great deal since then.
And I was only doing radio for about 1 year, and I have said time and time again that it was not the best way that I have phrased things, in other words.
I disagree. I mean, granted, you could have said that you hated the gays and wished them all to die without going,
"Oh, poor me, she hurt my feelings."
But that's neither here nor there, Caiden. After all, like you said, that was 2 whole years ago.
But I am not going to apologize for what I said.
And why should you? It was only incredibly ignorant and stupid. That shit's par for the course with you right-wing radio dudes.
Because though I did not put it the best way that it could have been put, in other words, I personally do believe that what I said was true.
Well, you should think that, Caiden, because it is true. Why, just yesterday Obama walked into a middle school with his magic wand of gayness and started prancing around the hallways going, gay, gay, gay. And the kids turned gay instantly. Cause that's how it works, Caiden. Obama just shows up somewhere with his magic gay wand and suddenly, oh no, everyone's gay. Now for those of you who are wondering, but why is he using the gay wand when he has the gay laser? Budget cuts, you know.
And I'm going to tell you something. I was recently
in the closet,
going through some of
gay porn that you have in the closet,
the news stories, and checking some of the tips that people normally send me. Well, I found an article
of just fabulous clothing. Okay, all right, fine, I'll stop.
About something that is happening over in the UK,
where Ian McKellen is building his own homo weather dominator.
And it completely validates what I said in that video. Now, first, I want to play for you the segment of a small segment of what I said in the viral video, Obama is Making Kids Gay. I want you to hear that, and then I want you to hear this news story that I have from the UK. Now, this is from my video, Obama is Making Kids Gay. Listen to this.
I see younger people turning out to be homosexuals.
So let me get this straight. You're playing your older episode, and while you're editing out such gems as,
"Oh, poor me, she hurt my feelings,"
and
we've got about 30 teenagers in this county that I'm at that are homosexuals.
You're not bothering to correct your own horrible grammar mistakes?
I see younger people turning to be homosexuals.
Wow, that's sort of dumb.
And why they are becoming homosexuals, why they are becoming gay, it's because they are being encouraged. If you're encouraging, you are making kids gay. You are saying that it is alright to follow this belief.
Hold up, you left in the part about it being a belief? Even the fucking Klan called bullshit on that. For those of you who want a recap of my original argument to that, let me put it to you this way. You cannot believe in homosexuality. It's not a belief. If something exists, there is no need for belief. It's like saying you believe in calculators.
It is completely natural. There's nothing wrong with it. It's not immoral. They are encouraging.
So this thing just goes on forever, doesn't it?
You know what? They're talking about being a homosexual, and they're saying that there's nothing wrong with being gay. So you know what? I think I might try that out for a little bit.
Hey,
So that's
stop,
when I
put the brakes on once again, buddy, because you're not glossing over that little gem. So let me just make this clear for a second. In the past, all the way back in time to 2012, you implied that if kids were told that being gay was fine, they would become gay. Sort of like if you told them, hey kids, I just want to make sure you all know that if you guys ever, look at a piece of copper, your bones turn into copper. And all of a sudden, all the little kids are going to be like, oh my god, my bones have turned into copper, and thus I have no marrow and can't produce red blood cells. Ah!
said back in 2012 when I was 13 years old. Now, I remind you, this is the video that really got me in the mainstream media.
Yes, for about 30 seconds.
I mean, I had the Huffington Post making fun of me. I had TMZ, the Entertainment Network, making fun of me. I had, I believe it was it was either the Washington Times or it was the Washington. I think it was a Washington Post.
Yeah, I think so. And don't forget the Young Turks and me.
I think it was a Washington Post. I forget it at this time, but I had the New York Daily Mail. I had Al Gore's old Current TV network. Yeah, I wonder what happened to them.
He sold it to Al Jazeera for a crap ton of money.
I had the Young Turks. The only right-leaning website that actually put my video out there was The Blaze.
Yeah, and even they thought you were dumb. I'm not exactly sure why this is a source of pride for you, Caiden. You basically just came out in this video and said, I made a horrible, ignorant statement, and I'm very proud of the fact that everyone called me out on it because I'm an attention whore.
But overall, I had people trying to completely tear me apart.
Caiden, check the numbers. They succeeded.
For this video, I had Bill Maher calling me stupid, a lot of other words that I can't say on this program.
Or my parents will ground me.
But, I mean, I was literally raked over the coals.
And you deserved it! What part of that don't you understand?
For my statements in that video, and I was just 13 years old.
That's true. That's true. You were only 13 years old, but you know what, Caiden? You're also a media personality. And trust me, they deal with worse shit than what you went through on an almost monthly basis. And if you can't take the heat of being both a teenager and having a fucking media presence, drop the media presence.
Now, what I said there at the end, in all those clips that I just played for you from that segment, I was talking about how there are people trying to, basically how the liberal left is trying to basically make kids homosexual, how they are trying to bring them into the homosexual lifestyle. Well, a lot of people called me crazy for it, made fun of me, said, you're 13, what do you know?
Yeah, well, Caiden, all I gotta say to that is, well, you're an idiot. What do you know?
And just because I didn't really use good grammar in that video, I must say, even 15 years old, I know.
You do you? Oh, you know it was incorrect grammar.
It was bad. But They tried to discredit what I said.
We did. You were.
Well, I have a report here.
God damn it, Caiden. It took you over 2 minutes to bring this shit up. You gotta bring it up like this, because most people are not a fan of sitting through all this, well, you know, I was 15 and everyone made fun of me and I said some things and let me go through the list of people. You gotta be more succinct, man.
And this is from The Sun over in Great Britain. And it reads, gay roleplay for kids urged by sex education experts sparks outrage.
That's a good description, Caiden, but let's actually read that little snippet, shall we? Kids gay roleplay. Children should act out gay and lesbian relationships as part of a sex education at school. New guidelines suggest. Key word there, Caiden. Suggest. Let's go on. Teachers have been told roleplay in classes should not deal only with heterosexual relationships, and that they should talk to pupils about pornography and point out that it does not represent real life. Aside from the homosexual roleplay thing there, Caiden, that actually sounds pretty conservative. And as for the homosexual roleplay, you know, I'm pretty sure the roleplay does not involve them having actual gay sex in the classroom. I'm pretty sure it's more about relationships. And, Caiden, you do know that in sex ed, they do actually, in comprehensive sex ed, not the kind of sex ed bullshit that I had in middle school, where they basically just said, sex is bad, sex is bad. Here's some pictures of syphilis. All right, now all of you kids below the age of 16, write out this contract that your parents have to sign that says that you will remain celibate for the rest of your life until marriage. That's the only way to protect you against the gonorrhea! Because telling kids the truth about sex would be, work. But anyway, in comprehensive sexual education, they do role play like that. In fact, opposite genders role-play each other. Males role-play as females, and females role-play as males. It's a whole thing. They've been doing that for years, Caiden. But that's all fine, so long as it's heterosexual couples they're role-playing. I'm gonna be honest, if this was done in my school, this would not turn anyone gay. It would probably just make people laugh. But let's continue on. Individual schools will decide whether to use the recommendations by the Sex Education Forum. In other words, schools get to figure this shit out on their own. This is not big bad government coming in and saying, all you straight kids have to be gay for a day. This is one class where they already do this shit, and it's up to the schools to decide whether or not it's appropriate. It's all recommendations, Caiden. But I'm sorry, go on. I kind of went long-winded there. Go on and tell us why this is the end of the world.
This was posted this month, March 2nd, 2014. Gay role play for children as young as 11 years old.
Actually, you know what? I take a little bit about that back. If it's as young as 11, that's a little iffy.
Is being urged by experts, sparking outrage among parents. New sex education recommendations for schools say kids should act out scenes with gay characters and not deal only with heterosexual relations. This is from the UK. This is from The Sun over in the UK.
Hold up, The Sun? Caiden! You're believing The Sun? No one puts any credence in The Sun. Actually, fun fact, I went onto the website to actually try and read the rest of the article, except I can't. Because you have to pay to see the rest. So, fuck, I don't know what else it says. That might be kind of vital information. But whatever, let's just trust that Caiden understands and has read the entire article. All my information on the story I had to piece together from a fucking myriad of conspiracy websites, and also the other link that he put up from the Times. But wouldn't you know it, the Times requires you to pay a subscription fee to read the fucking thing too! Way to disseminate the information to the people, Internet!
So what are they doing? They are encouraging kids to participate in the homosexual lifestyle, to experiment.
Oh, God, dude, it's about education. It's not to turn them gay. It's not to make them communists. It's to make sure kids know how to use a condom and have safe sex. That's all it's about. And a little fun relationship advice on the side. Unlike my sex education class, which, I shit you not, had us write our own obituary, I'm not joking, and draw our own tombstone. Seriously.
Now, what was it again that I said in that last clip? Go ahead and play the last clip one more time.
They are encouraging.
God, we just
kids to
heard
think,
this!
well, you know what? They're talking about being a homosexual, and they're saying that there's nothing wrong with being gay, so you know what? I think I might try that out for a little bit.
So what did I say in that clip right there?
What did you say? What, do we have to hear this shit 3 times?
I am saying that they are encouraging kids to do what? They are encouraging kids to experiment.
That's not what you said at all! You said that because they were saying homosexuality was okay, the kids were gonna spontaneously change orientation!
So what is going on in this?
They are suggesting that kids in sexual education role-play characters that are not heterosexual. Sometimes.
What's happening in this article? What is the educational system doing? They are encouraging kids to participate in homosexual relations with other students, to act out homosexual scenes in the classroom. Is that not trying to make kids gay?
No, it's not trying to make kids gay. Read your own fucking news stories, you idiot!
As I would have put it when I was 13. Because it sure does sound that way.
No, it doesn't!
It's a little blunt, but it sure does sound that way. Now, guys, I'm sending this clip to all of the news outlets that bashed me.
Why? Because you want to be made an idiot again? Are you that desperate to get your 15 minutes back?
Because what I said back in 2012 is starting to...
Hold the phone. Future me, zoom in on that. Want the full article in the... Oh my God! Caiden, you son of a bitch, you didn't read the article either! That explains why you read only what was available on that fucking page! You lying sack of shit! You don't know what's going on any more than anyone else! In fact, I probably know more about the story than you do! You couldn't even bother to make sure that the article was like, down here, or maybe put a convenient Caiden Cowger box over that thing? Because now we all know that you're lying! You didn't actually read that article, did you? You read the headline and went, oh, I'm right, I don't know anything else about the situation, but I'm right. Oh my God, I have to make a video about this. Turns out I was right because this headline says so. I don't know where to go after this. But, you know, let's keep going. Let's continue the video.
Come true.
Caiden? Caiden, hello, Caiden? Hey! Caiden, look at me! Caiden! Crap, we have to unplug him and plug him back in. I'll be right back. Let's see, is this it?
And I am not surprised whatsoever. It's becoming clear. And I'm going to tell you, what they are trying to do to these kids is basically, they are trying to make them gay.
No, they're not. Let's move on.
I mean, there's no other way to put it.
Well, there might be another way to put it if, say, you had read the article.
When they are encouraging these kids to have homosexual relations with the same sex.
Yeah, as opposed to homosexual relations with the opposite sex.
No matter if they are heterosexual or not, claim to be heterosexual at the time or not. When they're basically giving them assignments to have gay relations in the classroom, acting out homosexual acts in the classroom. What is that? That is making them gay.
Yes, Caiden, sure. Yeah, they're role-playing being gay. That automatically makes them gay. You know, just like if I walked over here, right? If I walked over here and I got this toy gun, I have this toy gun, right? Then I'm going to start acting like a soldier. Oh my God, there's enemies everywhere. That automatically makes me a soldier. And I have to go to, what's a fort near here? I gotta go to that fort there on the coast, and because I'm holding this gun. And I just gotta show up, because now that I'm playing around with this gun, I'm automatically a real-life soldier. So, you know, where's my benefits package, and when do I ship out? God forbid I get hurt out there, because it's gonna take 6 months for the VA to get to me.
Trying to make them gay, encouraging them to experiment. What was I talking about in that video?
Bullshit.
About how people are using experimentation, about how the liberal left is promoting and doing every way that they can possibly can to get kids to experiment.
Because the liberal left knows that if enough people become gay, their gayness will come together and form the demonic spooge cloud, which the great dictator Obama could then ride atop of and conquer our enemies.
To get involved in that lifestyle. That's what's going on in Great Britain, and I guarantee you that it will soon be going on here because the promotions are already occurring. We're already hearing people say it's all right to practice that. It's all right to act it out. It's all right to experiment. Find out who you are.
Okay, because it's not all right to figure out if you're gay or not. I don't get it. Are you saying that people shouldn't figure out what they are?
I mean, this is not crazy, guys. This is actually going on. It really is. And it was going on in 2012 when I said that it was occurring, but no one wanted to listen.
What, are you joking? Everyone wanted to listen. After all, it's fun to go to the circus every now and then.
Now, it's making the headlines.
Yeah, the headlines of The Sun. By the way, did you guys know that Obama's gonna get a divorce with Michelle when he leaves the White House? It was up in the headlines! Oh, and don't forget to figure out what's new with Batboy. After all, it's in the headlines!
I was right.
Good job, Caiden. End your show with another lie. Anyway, that was Caiden Cowger, and shit, this is probably gonna be the longest episode I've made in a while, or at least longer than the last two. If you guys have any trolls you want me to feed, list them in the comments below. This is Cute Fuzzy Weasel. Have a good day.
I took the bottle out of that thing, right?